So the reality for most of us as intern software engineers is that we don't exist anymore. We just don't. Thanks to market forces, layoffs, offshoring, companies having the standards of Gen Z women, we're done, bro. It's over. Whether you're in Brazil, Ohio, or India, you're done, man. Khatam, finished. Internships are now an annual odyssey to get rejected by an overpaid HR manager because your name doesn't fit the diversity quota. And we can't talk about internships without Leak Code. Leak Code is mandatory conscription for software engineers. Leak Code is basically another full-time job on top of being a college student, working part-time, having a life, building coding projects, while also being broke and single. Leak Code is so bad we let that algo expert dude become famous. You know the ad.
So you want to be a software engineer at Google? Go to AlgoX?
Just shut up, bro. I don't even want to work for Google. I'd settle for Gucci. I'd write some PHP for Jeeves. Oh, and you think just because you spent a year learning all these complex algorithms, you'll even get a job? Because you need to do this before applying. And that brings me to internship applications. It never hit me that I was an adult until I started getting rejection letters. It reminds me that everything positive my friends and family have ever said, like, hey, my friend thinks I'm organized. My mom thinks I'm talented. Well, the real world doesn't it. I'm a nobody, and I'm a nobody $80,000 in debt. The real world is going to slap you across the face, and if you have the courage to get up again, it'll slap you even harder. Software engineering internship applications are the quickest way to turn a bright young adult into an Asmongold subscriber. And the application software itself is literally demonic. Like, bro, you already took my resume. Why do I need to fill it out again? It's not like it has anything important. It's literally 8 months at McDonald's and 3 React projects I copied off YouTube. Computer science students have the same luck with internships as they do with dating. Oh, and while you're applying, you're gonna have to put up the whole LinkedIn cringe. Like, yes, it's been my dream since 5 years old to be a DevOps intern at Tubi. But let's get on to the actual work. However you got hired. Hard work, nepotism, luck, diversity quotas. The actual work of interns varies across companies. FAANG and Fortune 500 companies are generally super well structured. You get a mentor. You're assigned a project. You have 16 weeks to deliver. The only issue is the code bases are so massive it'll take you 16 weeks to print Hello World. And it's pretty good. You get to make the day in the life TikToks, then you get to make the getting fired TikToks. Internships really do give you a taste of adult life. Alright, so aside from FAANG, there are companies that are called startups, but they're actually just massive corporations that are trying to be quirky.
This here is just unacceptable.
Like, I'm sorry, Airbnb and Canva, you're not startups anymore. You guys have been starting up for 15 years. But then there's actual startups. You know, the kind that can't really explain what they're gonna do, but they can change the industry. You can learn a lot at these companies, because you're essentially a full-time engineer, and if you're really lucky, you might get paid minimum wage. Computer science degrees have become a great 4-year journey to getting prescribed antidepressants. I don't know how many more L's Gen Z can take. By the time most of Gen Z's gone through college, they'll have been through 2 economic crashes, a pandemic, multiple wars. Like, at this point, we should just call Generation Z Generation L. And to make matters worse, they're getting old. The oldest Gen Alpha is like 14 now. They're in high school. So on top of being old, Gen Z can't get a job. They can't get a girlfriend. They can't get housing. They don't have any friends. I'd say this generation is entirely ultimately doomed. But there is hope for Gen Z. No other generation in the history of mankind has had access to the sponsor of today's video, Brilliant.org. Brilliant is an online learning platform where you learn by doing. With thousands of lessons on math and science, Brilliant uses a first principles approach to learning. This helps you solidify your understanding in a particular concept from the foundational level. Every lesson leverages a method of hands-on learning, with quizzes, experiments, and puzzles. This has been proven to be the most effective way to learn, and a lot more engaging than just watching another lecture. It's also more time efficient than lectures. Brilliant packs each lesson into bite-sized chunks, so you can integrate learning into your daily life. I personally love Brilliant's data courses, which let you explore data concepts with real-world examples. From sports to stock-listed companies, Brilliant makes learning fun, easy, and a lot more importantly, a daily habit. Don't believe me? To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/bigboxsuite. The link is in the description. You'll also get 20% off the annual subscription. Thank you so much to Brilliant for sponsoring this video, and thank you for your time. I am Big Box.